All right, we are rolling. Hey, everybody, Wolfgang here. Welcome back to Figured Out Later, episode 4. Um, Weather here in Southern Maryland has been fantastic the past couple days, and my mind has been kind of thinking summer, spring, being poolside, eating some good food, having good drinks, good company, all that good stuff. So, I just started thinking of all these different freaking ideas, and I thought, how about just put them all out on the podcast, you know? Um, oh, I want to show off my new hat here that I got from Violent Gentleman. It's a tactical hat, so you can remove these little Velcro patches. Thought it was really neat. Wanted to wear it on camera. Pretty cool. So one of the first things I'm going to talk about here, I have no written prompts or anything. I feel like I should just kind of throw that out the window right now. And, I'm feeling good. I don't need any writing prompts. So, anyway, I listen to some podcasts that are based out of Texas, a state that I really want to go visit. And there's a lot of content creators that I really like out of Texas. And a bunch of them have podcasts, and they talk about this hard seltzer down there called Ranch Water. Sorry. Girlfriend's texting me, called Ranch Water. So I'm trying to look it up, and they're all saying, oh my god, it's better than White Claw, it's better than Truly's. I looked up the flavors, really unique flavors, and I'm trying to figure out, oh my god, this sounds awesome, I want to try it. And it's only sold within Texas state border, so you can't get it here in Maryland. So a little bummed out about that, but I found out the seltzer is based off of a actual cocktail called Ranch Water. It is 2 shots tequila, 1 shot lime juice, or 1 freshly squeezed lime, crap ton of ice, and Topo Chico mineral water. Now, I can't find Topo Chico around here, so we're just going to use regular spring water. I'm sure there's a big difference between mineral water and spring water. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to use spring water just to test out my first batch here. And Topo Chico, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's naturally carbonated. Me personally, I'm not a fan of carbonated drinks. Even as a kid, I didn't touch soda until I started drinking alcohol. So I didn't touch soda really until I was 17. Go away, notifications on my computer. Sorry. So I didn't touch alcohol until I was 17. I had my first mixed drink. Just never my thing. It always messed with my head. Something about the fizziness of the carbonation I just did not like. I just nope, not doing it. So I also know almost next to nothing about tequila. I've said in a couple episodes I'm a bourbon guy, I'm whiskey guy. I like rum too. I like dark liquors. I don't really know a lot about clear liquors. I don't drink a lot of vodka. I'm not biggest fan of the taste. I honestly couldn't tell you if I've had a lot of tequila. I've had 1 shot of Jose Cuervo Silver. It was all right. And a lot of people are telling me after the fact, wow, you drink that shit? Okay, whatever. So, went to the liquor store after work today, and I was looking at their selection, and the guy helped me out. Said this was, it says Jose Cuervo, overhyped, and then the top dollar one's Patron, also overhyped. Showed me 2 different kind of middle of the road ones. One was $42.99 for a fifth. The other one was $35.99. I got the $35.99 one. This is Agavales Plata Tequila. Double distilled in Mexico, 100% agave tequila. Most everything on here is in Spanish, but show it on the camera there. I already poured that and lime juice into this. I had originally tried doing it in a smaller glass, so there's not a lot of ice, but So we're going to pour the water over top here and stir it up. So if this comes out as good as I hope it does, and hopefully I like the taste of tequila, I'm going to start making batches of this for the summer. So let's see how this is. It's not bad. Ooh. Okay, now the flavor tequila's kicking in. Whew. Okay. That really sneaks up on you. It probably definitely needs a lot more ice, and I put it together like about 5 minutes before I started this, so some of the ice melted. Yeah, I could definitely use more ice. It does taste kind of flat. Maybe a little carbonation wouldn't be bad. Like maybe I could get like some seltzer water, something like that for next time around. But it does not taste bad. It doesn't taste bad. I'll be sipping this during the podcast episode, so. Yeah, not the worst. Not the worst. I've had worse. So, okay. So, ranch water. I looked up the different flavors for the Lone River Brewing hard seltzer ranch water. And the one is agave and lime. That's their main original line one, which is lime and tequila diluted in seltzer water. So they had another one called it was spicy ranch water, and it had either pineapple or I think it was pineapple and habanero peppers in it. So I want to make a batch of this tequila and have it with soak the habanero peppers in it. And I'm not the biggest fan of pineapple. I've also had an allergic reaction to pineapple in the past. Haven't had one before or after that, but I had it, so I kind of steer clear of it as much as I can. But I do like mangoes, and I do like peaches, so I got a mango and a peach from the liquor store. Holy shit, this stuff sneaks up on you. So I got from the grocery store, I got a mango and peach, and I'm going to infuse some tequila with that and a cut up habanero pepper, and then make that together, and then make some spicy ranch water. See how that works out. So a little inspiration from that, and I think that'd be a cool summertime drink to have and kind of experiment a little bit. And I've always wanted to experiment with cooking too. I don't do a lot of cooking on my own that's outside of the norm. And it's something that I've kind of wanted to do for the past couple of years, kind of broaden my horizons a little bit, learn a little bit more. So I thought, hey, why not talk about the different dishes that I want to do, and also kind of pitch an idea on camera to myself and to the few people that watch this. If I start doing these different dishes and stuff, start making them, should I do like vlogs of myself making them, then have like people react to either myself, my girlfriend, family members, friends reacting to like the taste of this stuff. So one thing that I do is I make bourbon barbecue sauce. I found a template online. I follow it. I tweaked a few things here and there to put my own twist on it. It tells you, oh, just use whiskey. I use a specific bourbon. And it's a harsher bourbon to drink, but that means there's a lot more flavors in it when cooking. So I use that when I make the barbecue sauce, and I buy like biggest bottle I can, and it lasts me for probably like 6-7 batches that I make. So I use specific one. In replacement of salt, I use Old Bay, because Maryland boy, and you can't beat Old Bay. So So I make the bourbon sauce, and I've used it on pulled pork, and I've used it on wings. And my buddy Andrew, who is a ranch fiend, when he tried it, he like devoured like 4 wings in just a couple minutes, and then he just grabbed my shoulder and goes, "Zach, this is so good. I don't even need ranch." And that's when I seriously considered like kind of marketing like my barbecue sauce to like some local restaurants around here. I never ended up doing it. I only make it every now and then. But it pairs well with wings. I go out, buy wings, I toss them in the sauce. Like I said, I use it on pulled pork. I go to Mission Barbecue, and they ask, "Oh, do you want any sauce?" I'm like, "No, no, no," and I just take the pulled pork or the brisket home and pour my own sauce over top of it. My parents do the same thing. I took it to a friend's house, and we had burgers, and instead of ketchup, we used the barbecue sauce. And my friend Kyle, he loved it. And he asked me to make him another batch. I took it home. He said he watches over his dad, so his dad's living, and he got a little taste of it, and he like downed like half the bottle. He said, "Oh my god, this is so good." Warms my heart, hearing stuff like that. So I like to make barbecue sauce with hot wings and pulled pork. So another thing I want to do, I want to make different like pork dishes. So I want to get a smoker. We just got a new grill, but it's not a smoker. I mean, you could probably smoke meat on it if you keep it at a low enough temperature. My cousin Nick, he has a smoker at his house, but he also lives an hour and a half away, so I wouldn't be able to do it all the time. But a family friend of ours does have a Traeger smoker, so I could always hit him up and be like, "Hey, can I use the smoker to try something out?" And he's into stuff like that. He always wants to try something new, so it can be a little experience for both of us. So, where was I going with this? Yes, pork recipes. I want to do a rum-soaked pork, like pork butt or whatever. So there's this spice rum that I really, really like. I can drink it straight. It's Secret's spice rum. Secret's SEACREST. Or TS. God damn. So Secrets is a bar out in Ocean City, Maryland, but they started kind of distilling and making their own liquors, a lot of different flavored rums, and they even have a bourbon. Their rums are fantastic. Bourbon's all right. I wouldn't put it like anywhere near the top of my list. It's kind of a mid-tier one. They also do it's either orange rum or orange vodka that they use for orange crushes. That's what they're famous for. So I drink their spice rum straight. I've seen people like when they're like cooking ribs or they're cooking a pork butt, they pour whiskey or like a spicy bourbon over top of it. I want to do that, but with rum, or legit brine the meat in the rum. I don't know how well that would work out. I'm not a culinary expert at all, but it's something I want to try. I'd probably just end up pouring over top of it while it's smoking, and probably put it in like a dish where it can sit in after it pours over. If it doesn't soak in, it'll be in the dish and kind of soak up into it as it's cooking. So I thought that'd be a cool idea because, I don't know, I think it would bring out some really neat flavors into it. And I was listening to this podcast the other day called Drinking Bros, and they were talking about smoking meats on that. And one of the hosts on there, Dan, he talks about, because they're developing their own hard seltzer, and they have a flavor on there called peach habanero. This brewing company was talking to them, and they made a bunch of different flavors. Said, "Hey, try these out. Let me know your top 3, top 4, whatever of the 6." So one of them was peach habanero, and they were like, "This is definitely like top 2 for us." And Dan Holloway started talking about like when he smokes pork, he smokes it with, and he'll grill peaches with it, and he'll grill habanero peppers with the pork. And excuse me, that had got me thinking of a cool idea to kind of, as it's soaking, like squeeze like some peach juice onto it, have like some diced up habanero on top of it, so it'll soak in the spice of it, and it'll have the sweetness from the peach. Have those like kind of grilling right next to it. Something I really want to try, and hopefully it's something that could work out really well. I love a mixture of spicy and sweet together. I think it's great, and savoriness of like the pork. It it's a no brainer. It would be awesome. So so another thing I want to do is I want to start experimenting with coffee rubs. When I first heard coffee rubs, I got a coffee rub steak at a restaurant about 20 miles, 20 minutes south of me. And um, so, coffee rub steak, that's where I was going with it. Yeah, I tried it and it tasted really good. And like I thought it was going to be like really bitter tasting or earthy tasting. It didn't. And I thought like, wow, they legit just put grinds coffee grounds on a steak, like a dry rub. Then I kind of did a little research into it. You mix like really fine ground coffee. You mix it with like garlic powder or garlic salt and paprika and pepper and salt. Like you mix it all together and it's like, oh, okay, so you make it into a sort of seasoning and you use that for a dry rub. The video I was watching, they showed like them putting on bacon before cooking and putting it on pork butt and then rubbing it on a steak. I wouldn't go that far as to put it on bacon or pork. I'm not sure because in my head, the kind of bitterness, I don't think that would work well with like a pork-based meal, but it would work fairly well with a beef-based meal. So I want to try that. Something else that I think would go well with is venison. I don't hunt, but I know some guys, some family members too, that hunt. I want to get some like back strap off of them, or even just like ground venison meat and make patties out of it, and just use like these different spices and stuff that I like on it. I know a year or two back I got some venison steaks off of my cousin Brandon, and me and my mom made a stir fry with it, and I thought it came out really well. My mom doesn't like the gamey taste of venison as much, but I like it. I like it a lot. And low fat too. So that's starting to grow on me now. It's starting to grow on me. I guess I'm getting used to the flavor of tequila. Or in this drink. I'm going to dilute it a little bit more. There's a little bit more water in here. But all the ice is melted now, so it's a little disappointing. The story behind ranch water is ranchers would drink it after a long day of working on the ranch. Ranch water. I'm going on tangents here. This is going to be a rough episode. So, yeah, these past couple days have just been gorgeous outside, and like, I don't know, my classes just ended yesterday. They officially ended. I just had to turn in some discussion posts online, and my classes were over. I don't start back up for a week now. So I think just kind of the stress of that, like I said, at work we're getting the vaccination for the COVID, and it's just been like really stressful just having hundreds of people just up in my face all at once for the vaccinations and for other daily tasks. And alongside of stressing over school. But classes are over, and yesterday we have what's called blackout days where we don't have to give vaccines. So yesterday, today, and tomorrow are all blackout days. And now the store that I work out of is dead. So I've been able to kick back, relax. The weather's been fantastic. And I can just kind of daydream about what I want to do when the weather stays consistent like it is right now. And I don't know, I just got like energized. I got like really hyped up about it, and I annoyed the shit out of all my friends at work. And I texted my cousins Nick and Alex, just like, I'm on a manic path right now, and I need to tell somebody about this. At this point, I already told like 5 different people what I'm going to do, and I just told them, like, we're gonna be eating good, we're gonna be drinking good. I am on a manic path. I have all these ideas in my head, and my cousin Nick just writes back like, weird, but I'm in. So I didn't explain all these ideas to them. I thought it'd be cool for them to find out in this episode. Hi, Nick. Hi, Alex. So, what can you do? Oh, they're both going to be having babies soon. Alex's wife, Bridget, is pregnant, and Nick's wife, Bree, is pregnant. They're both going to have little girls. Really excited to meet them. I love kids, and I volunteered myself as a babysitter already, so help them out a little bit if I can. And we're having a baby shower next weekend for Bridget and Alex, so that's going to be fun. Nice. So I'm thinking of some other things I can talk about now. I feel like I probably sped through that. I hope I didn't talk too fast. Fuck it, whatever. I'm going to take a quick breather here and just think of some more talking points because I didn't think this far ahead. I thought I could stretch this out a little bit more. So, BRB. All right, we're back here. Had to take a little breather because I kind of lost my train of thought. Couldn't really think of anything else to say, and I don't want this video to be just 20 minutes long. I want to go a little further. I want to make these episodes kind of stay consistently over 30 or 40 minutes. I'm sure as I go on, this will get a little bit better. Like I said, this is only episode 4, so it's going to be a little rough, I think, at the beginning. Just like anything that isn't like really well prepared. This whole thing was just me, just going, you know what? I want to start a podcast. Let's just go, hit the ground running, and yeah, hopefully I can keep doing this because I enjoy doing this. But anyway, I digress. Something else I want to talk about when it came to food, I ended up writing down some notes here. So actually, before I get into that, I'm going to go back to ranch water. Hold on. Okay, it's still working. It sounded like it cut out there when I did that, when I decided to be an idiot. I just feel like I've said ranch waters too many times in this video, and I should get a sponsorship and have them ship me some up to Maryland. So, the recipe that I found online said, like, 2 or 3 of the websites I found when it's like, oh, how to make it at home, they all said Topo Chico and use Topo Chico. And one of them was like, this is non-negotiable. If you don't use it, it's not ranch water. And I was actually, after work today, I went to 3 different places to try to find that shit because it said they were in these different stores around me. And could not find it. I could find one thing, and it was a grapefruit blend, or like hint of grapefruit. I'm like, I'm not getting that. I just want regular mineral water. I'm sorry, carbonated mineral water. And couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, I'll just use regular water. So if there's anybody from Texas watching this, they're probably looking at me drinking this going like, that's not ranch water. No wonder you're not liking it. No wonder you're not amazed by it. And also it's not chock full of ice either. No wonder it doesn't taste that great. Actually, when I paused the video, I went upstairs to grab another bottle of water, because just have water on me. And I had my dad taste it, and my dad is not a tequila drinker. He's like, yeah, you can't hit them all out of the park. So I don't know. I hope some people like it. I'm gonna make it for summer, and I want to experiment with the taste of the other one. Anyway, another culinary type thing I want to do is crab feast, because Maryland boy, love me some crabs. Um, some and my girlfriend Rebecca, she's only had crabs once, and that was on our first date. We had crab dip at this restaurant we went to, and she was a little nervous trying it, but she tried it and thought it was really good. Now she's never like had like picked apart crabs. That's gonna be a whole new experience for her. And actually, a funny story from one of my dad's work friends. He's from Michigan, and he met his wife, and they came out to Maryland. He now lives in Maryland, but like he came out to Maryland and was meeting the family, and they're like, "Oh, we'll go to this restaurant and we'll like have a crab feast together." And he's just like, "Oh, we're gonna eat crabs like a Red Lobster, like crab cakes and just the legs and stuff." And he walks in, and like everybody has hammers and knives, and there's just rolled out brown paper that everyone's going on. They're just bashing them, and he said, "I thought I walked into a satanic cult." And I kind of laughed, and like I tell this to my other friends who grew up on crab feasts, and it's kind of a thing. It's just like we grew up on this, so it's natural, and it's like not out of the ordinary to just take take an animal, to take a shellfish, throw it into a pot and steam it, then take it out and then rip it apart and get the meat out. That's normal to us. But to someone who didn't grow up on it and didn't get introduced to it until like their adult life, that's weird as shit. That's like kind of psychotic. I can understand why he was saying it's like a satanic cult or something. And my girlfriend, she's actually going to be on the next episode. Babe, I'm putting this on film, so you have to be on the next episode. So she grew up in California, then went to Massachusetts, and now she's living here in Maryland. So she definitely has not grown up on Crab Feast. So I'm excited to introduce her to that over the summer. Show her how it's done. I really want to get a reaction. So I kind of want to get that on camera. She actually has a GoPro that she said that she doesn't use and I can borrow. So I'm gonna do the food vlog thing and drink vlog thing. Because I got some drink and food recipes. Obviously, I talked about the food recipes this first half of this episode, and there's some other cocktail recipes that I want to try out. Make little videos and vlogs here and there with them. And if I do a crab feast, I want to film her reaction to how it's done, and then film her attempting to crack open a crab. I think that would be kind of funny. So, yeah, Becca, I'm going to get you to eat crabs with me. So, that's obviously going to be around the summertime. I'm going to have some pool parties with close friends and family members. And that's typically what we do. Every summer we have pool parties. It's a lot of fun. Our pool isn't that deep, but we always have little kids coming around, so it's better that's not super deep. And keeps it relaxed so you're not like swimming for your life kind of thing. And our pool's actually we just converted it to saltwater pool, so it makes its own chlorine in the system, and salt water, better for the skin, not great for the hair, but what can you do? So I enjoy it. So just keep saying so, Zach. Whatever. I should have gone light on the tequila. Fuck. Anyway, a lot of fun pool party games that I can think of. We don't really do, what's the game? We play Marco Polo, or chicken. That's chicken fights, when you have everybody on top of each other's shoulders. Did that sometimes in high school, but the pool isn't deep enough and it isn't like wide enough for that. It's kind of a risk. Don't want anyone busting their heads open or anything like that, But we play Marco Polo a lot. actually developed a game, and turns out other people have made this game, but thought I was original as a kid. Whatever. um, we actually made goggles, and like we like blacked out the goggles with like Sharpie and duct tape and stuff, and you put them on, cover your eyesight, and you just have to go off the sound of people like swimming around. And it's a lot of fun. I think we just called the game Silence, and then other people called it different things. So it's like Marco Polo, but you don't do the whole Marco Polo kind of thing. And it's really funny to like see people like kind of scrambling around looking for you with blacked out goggles. I can't see shit. And my cousin used to cheat all the time. Like before we made the goggles, she would cheat like shit. She would like have her eyes squinted closed so you couldn't tell they were open, but you knew they were open. And it's like you wouldn't be making a noise, and she just come right at you. But whatever. So we made the blackout goggles, and whenever she would go under the water and like kind of swim forward, and then just slowly take them off and open her eyes underwater, and then put them back on. Like we can't see underwater. Anyway, digress again. But it's a fun game. I like playing that. And I remember when my cousin Mason was really little, he was in like his floaty, and I had the goggles on, and I'm like swimming around trying to find them. And Mason's like 2 or 3 at this point, maybe 4, and he's just in his floating in his little thing. He goes, and he's just going, Zach, they're right there, and he keeps pointing, but I can't see anything. I'm like, where are they? Right there. Where? Right there. And I'm laughing, and he's not understanding why I'm laughing at him, like not realizing I can't see. But then my other cousins who I was playing with, they start laughing, so, able to get them and everything. So, cute little story. God, now that kid's turning 13 this year. It's fucking crazy. I remember holding him as a baby. Anyway, I'm digressing again, but I think that's the fun of this podcast, and kind of helps extend the time. So, another fun game that I got last summer is this game called Hockey Sauce. Like I've said, I'm a big hockey fan, and I wanted to kind of pick up like street hockey or something a little bit, kind of, make it a little workout routine, and just kind of have a goal set up and put on some rollerblades or something and just kind of skate around and shoot a little hockey. But then I came across this. It was on a Facebook ad, and it's actually grown a lot in popularity. It's called Hockey Sauce. It's like cornhole, but with a hockey stick and pucks. So they give you this tiny little net that has a little ramp on it, and you shoot, and either you get 1 point if you slide up the puck up the ramp and it goes into the net, and you get 3 points if you can get the puck airborne and it lands inside the net. And you play to either 11 or 21, whichever one you want to do. And it's really fun party game, and it kind of helps you it really helps hockey players in the NHL. They use to practice their accuracy because it's just such a small target, and they have to figure out how to finesse the puck and shoot it up in there. And it's really fun. I played it for my 25th birthday. I had a pool party, and a bunch of my friends and my cousins came over, and we were playing that, and they were all having a blast playing it, and they really want to do it again. I didn't get the full set, which has the 2 nets on it. I only have 1 net, so we were just kind of going back and forth. Maybe I'll go and buy another single net and then get that so we can set up a full setup for Hockey Sauce. It's kind of like how you do with cornhole. Cornhole is another fun one that we're going to do over the summer. There's this other thing. I'm going to mention the Drinking Bros podcast again. They have a partnership with this company called Brewbag, and they mixed cornhole and beer pong together. So you throw the cornhole bag into these giant solo cups, and they land in, and then rules of beer pong, oh, the cup gets taken away, and you take a sip of your drink. So it's like that, but you mix it with cornhole, so it's COVID friendly, you're 6 feet apart, and you don't have to worry about drinking the beer after someone just dunked a ping pong ball that everyone's been touching and it's been landing on the floor and stuff. So it's healthy, it's safe, and sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm kind of looking into like maybe getting that too for the summer. Now I just need more people to be able to play with, once restrictions are lifted and stuff, and people feel safe enough to come over and hang out with me. Anyway, we are closing in on the 36-minute mark. I can't really think of a lot of other stuff to talk about. I'm hoping I didn't talk too fast. Um, I had a few different ideas coming up for this episode. One of them I am saving until my girlfriend can be on it because she also works at the three-letter pharmacy chain that I work at. And it'll be fun for us to kind of throw stories back and forth. I was thinking of doing an episode or maybe even more episodes on just like crazy shit I've dealt with as a pharmacy technician. And one story came back to mind, and I just want to get her reaction on film so bad when I tell this story because it's fucking hilarious. So that's one idea. And I've been thinking of some other ones here and there. And when I can't sit here and think of an idea, I'm just like, God damn, I live such a boring life. But this, I'm out of class for till Wednesday next week. And besides work and just help doing some stuff over the weekend, like help my dad build some stuff on Sunday. I got an event that I'm going to on Saturday. Really small things, just a couple hours, 4 hours at most. Other than that, there's this book that I've been wanting to read, and I kind of want to kind of delve into that, get some knowledge out of it, and I want to do an episode in regards to that. Brush up on another book that I want to talk about, another book that I read in the past, and do an episode on that. I got some cool ideas. I think I may have mentioned in my first episode that I'm really into mythology and stuff, like old religions from ancient religions like Norse mythology, Greek mythology, stuff like that. And I read a book in regards to Norse mythology, and I have another thing that I'm going to read about Vikings. I want to do an episode on all that. I think that'll be really cool to kind of delve into. And then I used to read stuff about Greek mythology when I was a kid. Not kid, like middle school age. And I was a fan of the Percy Jackson books growing up. Those are so fun to read. And that kind of helped me go, oh my god, I love Greek mythology so much. I don't know why I did that voice, whatever. Because of those books, I liked it even more. But it's been years since I picked up one of those books or even looked into Greek mythology that I kind of forget some of the stories. I found a book at Barnes & Noble. It's the Greek and Roman mythologies. Greek and Roman are basically, the mythologies are basically the same. When the Greek Empire fell, Roman Empire took over, they kind of took over the mythology and just changed a lot of the names, but kept a lot of the stories the same. The book I got is more Roman themed because it kind of keeps the Roman names of the Greek gods. But I'm going to brush up on some of the stories and probably find some other stories I didn't know about when I was younger. And kind of go from there. I want to do an episode on that, episode on Norse mythology. The book I'm currently reading is about pirates in early America, like colonial America. And me and my cousins, Nick and Alex, we play a game called Sea of Thieves together, which is a pirate-based thing. And Nick picked up a copy of the book, but he hasn't read it yet. And he was telling me what it was about. I'm like, that sounds cool. I found a copy for myself, and I started reading it. It's really neat to kind of look at something outside of a goofy video game like Sea of Thieves or the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So I think it's going to be cool to kind of read the actual history of it. Um, another thing I want to talk about maybe in another episode is one of my favorite authors, who's Michael Crichton. Kind of talk about some of his work and stuff. Maybe kind of go down the rabbit hole of science with that too. Make it kind of like Joe Rogan bro science with it. But we'll see. I've rambled enough about what I want to do in the future now. I've rambled enough about food I want to eat and drinks I want to drink when summertime hits. So, yeah, I think that's good a time as any to end this episode. Thank you all for watching episode 4 of Figured Out Later. This is Wolfgang signing off. Take care now.